Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Josh Thicklin here with your nightly news sports update. This was a busy week in the world of sports, so let's get started. New UCF Athletic Director Danny White has a mighty task ahead of him. Following an 0-12 season from the Knights and the resignation from longtime coach George O'Leary, White aims to keep the Knights not only competitive on the field, but in the classroom. After a 21-year drought, the NFL has finally returned to Los Angeles. Now turning to UCF basketball, on the men's side, the UCF men's basketball team had a tough loss to the University of Miami of Ohio. This week, in NFL Knights, former UCF star wide receiver J.J. Warden signed a deal with the New England Patriots. Warden at UCF finished his career in the top 10 all-time in receiving yards. The Patriots take on the Kansas City Chiefs in an AFC playoff showdown tomorrow in New England. With their backs against the wall, UCF turned to none other than junior center Justin McBride. McBride led with a team high of 20 points, 14 of them coming in the second half. 4 Knights scored in double figures, but despite their second half push, Memphis was able to hold on. On Thursday, Orlando City drafted former UCF men's soccer player Haji Berry with the 13th overall pick in the MLS draft. UCF baseball and UCF softball will be taking off in the spring semester. The UCF softball team are the defending American Athletic Conference champion and aim to repeat this season. Now, the UCF cheerleading squad is used to raising spirits, but this weekend, they're aiming to raise trophies. That game was just a reminder that, hey, NBA, Paul George is back. We forget that Paul George, we were talking about Paul George the way we talk about Kawhi Leonard prior to his injury. I truly believe that Paul George will be where Kawhi Leonard is right now if he wasn't hurt. He's a great two-way player, great two-way defender. Offensively, I think he's better than Kawhi is. He can give you buckets on buckets on buckets. He drops 30 like it's a bad habit.
I think for me, it's definitely his impact and overall legacy for the game. His mental aspect and his attitude is one thing that everyone constantly reveres around the league. I think it's best summed up when you look at young guys like Paul George and you look at guys like DeMar DeRozan. They said when he announced it that Kobe was everything to them. He was an idol to them. Paul George said in his own words, he was my Michael Jordan. And I think when you look at his mentality and his drive to win, is matched only by probably one person in the history of this league. Buddy Hield showed why he will be the National Player of the Year for many publications across the country. 37 points. He has the second most points in NCAA tournament history through 4 games. Only Steph Curry has more. It's the first time Oklahoma has been to the Final Four since 2002.
Twins Justin and Jordan McRae are making their rookie debut with the Orlando Predators. The season kicks off this Friday and both are ready to hit the field.
Very exciting and just happy to be out here with these guys and straddle the pads again and be able to play football again.
But before putting on the black and red, the former UCF linemen were sporting the black and gold. The McRaes helped lead the Knights to the 2014 Fiesta Bowl.
And that was a great team we played with. You know, all those guys are great guys. I still call them brothers today. And just being able to go through those tough games and them comebacks, it was just a great experience, great year.
Justin and Jordan have played on the same team their whole lives, but when they were separated pursuing their NFL dreams, their bond stayed intact.
It was like we were right there still. You know, I would text him, tell him about my practice and vice versa. So it was a little different, but it's still a good experience.
Coach Rob Keefe believes the McRae brothers have what it takes to make it back to the NFL.
7 of our players last year made it to the NFL. I mean, Jordan and Justin can do that, and that's what this whole thing is about.
Jordan and Justin say their time at UCF has prepared them for this moment.
Working hard, working as a group, you know, not being a selfish guy, or as Coach O'Leary used to tell us, be a me guy. You know, it's a team game, so you got to do what's best for the team, not just what's best for yourself.
The brothers hope this game will be one of many more that they play together. In Orlando, Joshua Thicklin, UCF Nightly News. Well, that's all we have for sports today. Guys, back to you.